Local and national resources you can use if you are diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. These resources are for both caregivers and for people living with Parkinson's. Our Haley Lanham joins us now in the studio to tell us more. Haley.
Part 4 focuses on resources and mental health. There are many resources right here in the Mid-Ohio Valley that you can utilize as a caregiver or someone with Parkinson's disease, whether that is physical activity or therapy. According to the Parkinson's Foundation, nearly 90,000 people are diagnosed with the disease each year. Physical therapist assistant Emily Taylor says therapy is an important step for patients.
You should always make sure that you have a physical therapist, occupational therapist, and speech therapist that are trained to treat Parkinson's disease.
Support groups are also encouraged for those with Parkinson's and those caring for loved ones with the disease. There is a group locally called the Mid-Ohio Valley Parkinson's Support Group that meets once a month.
Find a support group, because a lot of times you will not get the answers that you need, or you might feel a little bit lost. Nobody's progression through Parkinson's is the same, so it's helpful to kind of bounce ideas off of other people.
Throughout the series, you have heard a lot about exercise from doctors and Parkinson's patients. Rocksteady Boxing is a program that helps with balance, agility, mobility, and more. It was a group made up by boxers to help assist those suffering from Parkinson's disease.
Rocksteady Boxing was designed by boxers in order to specifically address the needs of Parkinson's disease. And what we do is basically it's kind of a high-intensity workout to get the heart rate up, and doing that can help with decreasing Parkinson's symptoms. But we also work on trunk rotation, rigidity, stretching, balance. We hit balance pretty hard, and making sure that we're hitting all of those components of what the Parkinson's Foundation's recommendations are for exercise.
Mental health is another aspect of the disease that you need to be taken care of, according to Taylor. You can take care of your mental health by attending support groups or by seeing a therapist to talk through what you are experiencing and how you can cope with it.
You also need to address your mental health when it comes to any neurological or degenerative progressive disease. And part of that can be addressed just by attending a support group and finding others that are going through the same thing. Getting out, don't socially isolate yourself is a big thing. Make sure that you're trying to do as many things that you're used to doing, and that you're not staying at home and sitting and concentrating on what's going on in your life.
Bill Yerkes expressed his positive outlook on the disease and shares some advice to others.
Don't stop, just keep moving. Do something. Don't just consign yourself to just sitting down saying, well, I guess this is going to be it for the rest of my life. You do something.
Patty encourages those with Parkinson's to get out and get involved with different organizations, meet new people to share experiences with.
Try to keep your spirits up, go out and get involved in these different things that are for Parkinson's. Meet people that have the same, that you can talk about, the same drugs that you're taking, the same methods of help that you're using, and it's a big help to me. I mean, this has been like a family here.
Parkinson's patient Patty Stewart's caregiver says the disease can have an emotional impact on those living with it.
Be social. Don't isolate yourself.
Yeah.
Don't hide. It's nothing to be ashamed of.
A full list of resources can be found in my online article at WTAP.com. Tomorrow we will hear more in depth about how one treatment option changed one woman's life forever.